Hey, what's up, cool people? So, yeah, as the title says, this is a special live stream to just celebrate the fact that I've got 100 subscribers now on the YouTube channel. Hooray! Anyway, um, so I didn't really have too much of a plan for this stream because, well, I didn't really even think that I was going to do a live stream for this occasion, but I also realized this might be a good way to test something out. So, an idea that I have for future increased live streaming uh, might be to see if I can just do kind of chill hanging out, just whatever live streams while I'm doing my typical video editing. Because normally that's how I'm operating things anyway. Like, while I'm editing, I'll also be playing a video game or something. 99% of the time, that's Gems of War, but um, sometimes it's other games as well, depending on how much progress I've made within the current Gems of War goals for the week and things like that. Um, but I just I I kind of wanted to see how how my computer could handle doing both live streaming and video editing at the same time because I've never done that before. So this is also a bit of a test for just trying to do that idea that I had in mind to maybe do for future streams and, increased streaming activity in the future. And this seemed like a really good occasion to test that out. So, that's basically what's going to be going on here. I think I'm going to show you first just a little bit of like my editing that I do, which granted is very minimal, but still, show you a little bit of behind the scenes stuff from the editing point of view, and then switch over to, at least at this point, Gems of War, and just kind of have a chill gaming stream the rest of the way while I have videos going on that I'm trying to kind of sort of edit. So let me get into my editing program here, and then I'll kind of explain a little bit more about all that and what I usually do when that's going on. So this here's my video editing program. It is Coral Video Studio. I forget exactly which version of it, but definitely not the latest one, because I don't like having to pay a subscription fee for things, or even just pay repeatedly to, get editing functionality. So, I bought one version of this, like, pretty soon after I started doing my video editing. And then a couple years later, got a newer version of it at, like, kind of a discounted rate because of some special deal that was going on. And that's the version I still use now, probably a couple of years later. So I realize I have placed the webcam such to be prepared for the gaming part of things in this stream, but it looks a little less natural, I guess, while I'm doing this. Whatever. So, of course, as you may or may not know, the majority of my videos that I put out there end up being either, Bible study kind of things or gaming. And I've recently kind of sort of found that it almost seems to work better, and I almost feel more motivated if I just start off with the Bible study videos, especially because those, at least as of late, have, wound up being shorter than the gaming videos. Um, so let me give you a little bit of a rundown of this program and at least what I do with it. Obviously, you see kind of some of the different tracks here. Um, I don't really use the overlay track as much lately, um, just because a lot of my videos are ripped straight from live streams. Although maybe it's more accurate to say are recorded from my streaming software while I'm doing my live streams. So that already kind of has the overlays how I want them to an extent the majority of the time. Um, and then, of course, any captions or other, you know, titles, words, anything like that that I put in are coming down on this track here. Um, if I add any, music or, just on the rare occasion I decide to break off a video segment to just have the audio of that while I put up another image, that's what the voice and music tracks down here are for. And I don't have any other tracks on here because I haven't had a need to use any other tracks, I don't think. Other than, I think one time maybe I had like an additional overlay track when I was doing, I think it was one of those videos on like Christians and gaming and what games are appropriate for Christians and that kind of stuff. And I was kind of rapid fire putting up different images of like the box art for different video games. But anyway, so yeah, otherwise for the most part, I just end up going into my files that I have on my computer, find the folder I've made for the particular video I want to work on. I will drag in the files that I need for that to do the editing, and I guess let me just show you a little bit. So because of doing, the live streams and whatnot and recording the bulk, like the main part of the videos I'm doing while I'm doing the streaming, I don't necessarily get great, intros or outros to my videos by just doing that, because that would be awkward for a live stream. Like, even more so than I already make my live streams. So I'll record a separate short video for what I end up calling the bookends of it to get the intro and outro, because I figure it's the beginning and the end of the video. Bookends. Technically, they're more accurately video ends, but Anyway. And then I just kind of, my edits are real simple, so I just try and find the actual starting point, and not have like a bunch of extra attached to either end. Go through and just kind of find a spot I want after the intro, cut that, go in and figure out where I want to start the outro, cut again, and recently I've been doing a bit of transition work in between them, which I'll go in here and use some of this stuff. If you've seen my gaming videos lately, I usually start with the ESRB rating and then do the color melt transition into my intro. And then for literally any other transitions in my videos, I'll use this other one, which is just kind of like a fade from one thing to the other. But I gotta get my other file in here with the bulk of it, figure out where I want to start that, give it a little bit of time on the front end so that the transition makes it kind of smooth and not some awkward time gap in between. And for the most part, after that, I'm just kind of listening to the video to see if there's anything that I want to either, you know, add like an editor's comment in there, or like, you know, see if there's a certain segment of it where I seem to go off on a bit of a tangent that, you know, upon hearing it, doesn't really seem all that important, and maybe I'll cut that out. So yeah, and then of course once I get to the end, I'll like kind of do a little bit of editing stuff to, you know, kind of prep the video file to have the YouTube end card go over top of it. That's when I'll bring in this particular text thing here, and I will use this custom effect that I had to make myself to actually like shrink the video, the main part of the video down to fit it in the corner, so that then those are kind of sitting up top. Suggested videos and or playlists and stuff like that will be, you know, near the bottom. At least that's where I normally put my end card stuff. Sometimes with the gaming videos, especially, at least a couple of particular episodes of Digimon Survive that I've done, I wound up foregoing that entirely and just taking a little segment that I found interesting, do something kind of like what I've seen done with some of Markiplier's YouTube videos, where I just take a brief segment and just like boomerang that. But for me to do that in here, at least, the best that I understand it is that I literally have to take the chunk that I want, go in here, well, copy it, and then I have to go in here somewhere, I think. Oh, wait, no. I think that's just if I go into these, like, editing properties here somewhere. Anyway, somehow or another, I can go in. Yeah, I hit that little checkbox that says reverse video. So I'll take the clip, you know, copy it to the end of the video, get another copy of that clip, then reverse that, and then I'll just take both copies and then copy those however many times I need to get to roughly 20 seconds, because that's how long the YouTube end card goes up. So, yeah. There's a little bit of behind the scenes editing stuff when it comes to my videos and what I do with them, how I edit them, and that kind of stuff. I need to... Oh, hey. I'm just going to call you Kirk. How are you? I'm just doing a celebratory 100 subscriber live stream, just giving a little bit of behind the scenes on, you know, some of my editing stuff and what I'm usually doing in the meantime. Really, the majority of my spare time when I'm not working. So, anyway, I know you might have missed it, but I've already covered kind of the majority of what I do in terms of the editing and stuff like that and what I look for. But before I get too far into this, I do want to save the file that I'm working on editing right now. Give me a sec. Okay. Yeah, sure. Appreciate you hopping in, Kirk. I'm actually about to hop over to some gaming stuff. Just kind of going to be chill the rest of the time, playing, at least to start off with, a game called Gems of War, and just kind of have that going while I've got my video edits in the background. Because this is kind of just how I spend a lot of my spare time is I'll be playing a game and have a video that I'm editing simultaneously because I keep my edits pretty simple, and so really I'm just kind of listening for certain things to see where I might want to make some of my minor edits here and there. So let me hop over to the video game here and hit play on this video file that I'm working on editing. Yeah, part of what I'm doing here is also a bit of a test run. I might try doing more streams like this in the future. Yeah, okay. Have you been on any of my live streams before, Kirk? I don't know why your like profile image thing looks vaguely familiar, but maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Alright, I'm gonna get into some gaming here. Real quick before I do that, though, I want to actually make sure that my microphone isn't picking up too much of the video that I'm editing. It's also possible that you were just that maybe somebody else has a similar profile image, and maybe that's why it's ringing a bell. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So yeah. In case you don't know, this is a game called Gems of War. It is free on Xbox Live, to my understanding. Either Gold or shoot, what's the other one called? Game Pass. At least to my knowledge. It's a simple match 3 kind of game, but I got to keep it simple with the game that I play while I've got a video edit going on, just so I'm not paying too much attention to the game that I miss something in the video that I'm trying to edit. So, there's a lot. Like, for a match 3 game, this game has some insane depth to it. You've got daily mission things here that you do. You've got all sorts of different, like, there's kingdoms you can do explore runs and do your, like, battle match game things there. There's different weekly events that you can do in your guilds that you all work together to earn points and stuff. And let me just go into the troops here, because the meat of this game is putting a team together with various troops that, you know, you try and combine their different abilities in certain ways to beat enemy troop teams. And the way that you, like, power up their abilities and stuff is by matching the gems of the different colors to give them the mana that they need to use those. But anyway, I'm wondering if there's an easy way for me to see, like, the total number of troops in the game, but I'm not sure there really is. So, yeah, I mean, I don't... As much as I would like to show that, because it's a lot, I don't think I really have an easy way of doing that. Anywho, okay. I don't think I'm really going to explain any more about the game and how it works. I'm just going to hop into it and get to the chill part of my live stream and see what happens from here. Also, then I'll better be able to listen to what the video I'm trying to edit. I'm studying, but I'll make sure. Yeah, I mean, shoot, if you just want to, you know, lurk or whatever on this stream, that's fine by me. More people involved, the better. Basically, no matter how involved you are. So, yeah. Matching these gems, powering up the abilities of my troops here, and I tend to go super fast with this team because I use this for, like, everything in this game. And then you get certain, you know, currencies or whatever while you do the battles, and you use those currencies for other things later. Anyway, enough explaining. Just game time now. Yeah, totally understandable. My work schedule has had me starting at 5 a.m. lately, so I would be asleep long before 11 p.m. It is 4:10 p.m. right here, so I'm guessing you're somewhere over in what, like Europe, maybe like Great Britain specifically. I just noticed something I want to edit in my video. I don't really want to include me sneezing in any of my YouTube videos. Okay. Save that little change that I've made, and back to the game. Yeah, I can tell my microphone is definitely picking up at least a little bit of the video that I'm editing in the background. Maybe I'll just turn down the computer volume a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As for how I have time for YouTube, it's probably because I don't necessarily do a whole lot else. I mean, I enjoy playing video games, and that's really, I mean, that and talking about, you know, Bible stuff as my video output would indicate. But yeah, it was just one of those things where I was like, if I'm gonna be doing this stuff anyway, I might as well record it and put it up on YouTube and see if anything comes of it. And from there, I just, you know, have paid little bits of money here and there for different pieces of equipment to better be able to put videos up on YouTube that are like higher quality or, possibly more intense on hardware and whatnot. But yeah, so my work days have me going from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then I usually come back, get some dinner, and then, after that, do a bit of my, what I'm doing right now. Bit of my video editing and simultaneous gaming. Okay, that might be why I recognize the profile icon of yours. I might have seen you as a subscriber or something at one point. You're one of the 100, so thanks. You helped get me here. But yeah, I mean, being a Christian, I obviously am gonna talk more about that, and while I don't talk so much about, kind of the current events related to Christianity and whatnot, I do occasionally do some current events, and, I will talk about different aspects of my faith and why I believe what I believe, kind of, try and break down some of the different thoughts that I have on various topics as they come up. Or just read through the Bible and give my thoughts on that. Yeah. And this is where some people would get pushy and try to tell you, oh man, you really should go to church. I mean, I don't know if you actually are religious of any type or to any significant extent yourself, but yeah, I just figure my main thing that I try and do is more so just, personal witness through, like, my example, and town doesn't really have one. That actually sounds really familiar. Maybe we've had a bit of this conversation before. Or it was just somebody else I talked with that I had a similar conversation, because I've had some connections with other people just around the world, in part because of a previous job that I had working at an international Christian boarding school, and just keeping up with some of the former students from there. But yeah, so if you have a habit of hopping in on live streams and stuff, there's some great people on Twitch that are Christians who live stream that might be, I might suggest hopping in on their streams if, you're looking for some semblance of a church, but you don't actually have a physical one near you. Huh. Yeah, I think your last comment there about, living in an old town that still doesn't really have a church, I think that's kind of a sign of the times where, broader culture of the world is getting less and less religious, or less and less attached to specific religions, maybe is the more accurate way to put it. Because, like, everybody, if you really dig deep down, has some sort of faith or belief system. It's just how much it falls in line with a well-established religion that's up in the air. Yeah. Hey, I hear you. I'm not trying to, push for anything. I'm just making suggestions that, like, if you're, really looking to connect with something of that sort, it might be a good idea. If you end up following my Twitter account, which who knows how much longer that's going to last, but if you follow my Twitter account, I follow on there a bunch of other Christian streamers, so you might be able to find them and just see what they're up to, because some of them stream far more often than I do. So again, just a suggestion if you're looking to make connections and stuff of that type. Hey man, that's that's all I'm hoping for, is that you give it a shot and maybe, can connect with some people, kind of sort through your own faith or whatever it is that you're looking for, and, hopefully be better off for it. Ideally, leaning towards a faith in Jesus and all that kind of stuff, if you don't already believe. But yeah. Also true with wars destroying various historical things, and sometimes even not wars destroying various historical things. Case in point, that one church in France, I think it was, that like burned down or whatever. There are a lot of current events from the past few years that have just kind of blurred together in my head, just because there's so much that's been, going on in the world lately. Yeah, some Protestants are still wild, but I don't think quite of that type so much anymore. Yeah, you're good. You're good. I'm just chilling at this point. Actually, I just had an idea that might fix the whole, like, video editing, getting into my microphone during the live stream thing. Because, I actually have headphones. I tend to not use them during live streams because, I'm more comfortable without them. But anyway, give me a sec. Get these turned on here, and then I can have all my computer. Okay. Computer is not saying that I have actually. I hate when it does this. Sometimes I try and connect this, and it just, like, doesn't. Boost 2. Yeah, but Alright. Let's try disconnecting and reconnecting, and then. That should do it.
Yeah. Why is it still not? Have that selected. No, maybe it's just because it tends to delay a bit or something. I don't know. Well, I thought that would work, but so far it's not working as well as I had hoped. Okay, come on. Headphones. Huh. Weird. Alright, fine, whatever.
Guess I'll just have to deal with a little bit of computer audio getting into the microphone potentially. Yeah. Microphone was probably messing up while I was doing stuff with the headphones. I don't know why, like... Maybe I needed to pull it up in a slightly different way or do something with it in the sound settings. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah. Okay. I'll just have to deal with a little computer audio getting into the stream, maybe. Meh. Whatever. Okay. Now, after that distraction's all over, back to the game. So yeah, I don't know if you or anybody else has actually been keeping track of my YouTube channel closely for very long, but really, I mean, I've had the YouTube channel and I've been uploading videos to it for a fair bit of time now. I think like maybe even 6 years now, but the way, like, the frequency that I've uploaded at and the types of videos that I've uploaded have obviously changed a bit over the years. Like, I started off where I was just doing one video a week, just kind of sharing my thoughts on something that happened in my life or current events that interested me or something like that. Then eventually added some gaming to it. Then went to, like, pretty steadily doing 3 videos a week with a mix of those things. Somewhere in that mix started doing occasional, like, top 10 videos based on music stuff, and more recently, I think since about either March, somewhere in the March to May time frame of this year, with my current job situation, I've actually, you know, really been kind of taking my YouTube channel and videos a bit more seriously, pushing way harder on the social media for those, also just uploading more stuff, getting it to like 5+ videos a week, and so that has resulted, not so surprisingly, in a much quicker and more significant subscriber increase. I mean, it's taken probably like 6 years to get, you know, all 100 subscribers to my channel, but really about half of those have come just in the past 6 months. Actually, no. It's been 49 within the past year. The past 6 months, I've gotten 37, I think it was, when I was just looking at my analytics. So, yeah, it's more uploads. As much as, you know, a lot of people on the internet will say, you know, oh, don't just pump out more videos. Honestly, like, it's had an effect. So, you know. Yeah, I think you're trying to, you know, hint at it being a lot of work for not a lot of payoff to this point, and yeah, I'll agree. But again, really, the majority of my growth has been like the past 6 or so months. So, you know, I'm not counting on exploding, because really, I'm doing this because I like doing it. But, you know, given that the more recent growth has been more significant, I wouldn't be surprised entirely if I do, you know, if that momentum kind of builds up and, you know, things only continue to go up from here. Yeah. My next big things that I'm thinking I might do related to, you know, my content creation is, well, first off, I'm thinking I might do more live streams like this, but probably on Twitch. Just because I don't know. I just think that's really... Go get cleaning tools and do some work before you get a sticker. Hey, whatever. I appreciate you sticking around as long as you can, but, you know, no pressure. I just figure since this live stream is also going to be archived and people can view it later, I might as well talk about things that are on my mind. Yeah, I'll admit I'm not usually quite as engaged with chat in my other live streams because I'm simultaneously recording my YouTube videos. But I might stream more, and I'm thinking I would do it on Twitch just because I also kind of want to grow that audience a bit. But I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so, yeah, right. I was going to talk about plans. So, one thing I'm thinking about adding is, well, more live streaming. Probably going to start off doing more stuff like this on Twitch. I guess really in large part because I've kind of gone away from streaming video game stuff on Twitch, and I would like a good reason to bring that back. But then the other thing I'm thinking regarding, you know, content creation, channel growth, other things like that. Ever planning a story-based game? Dude, I'm playing a story-based game right now. Not now in this exact moment, but like my current like Let's Play series or whatever you want to call it is a very story-based game. Yeah, Digimon Survive is the name of the game. It is super story heavy. Like, it's almost more interactive novel than it is a typical video game. And I gotta say, like, it's an interesting story that's not afraid to pull some punches. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to spoil anything in case you actually want to watch that video series. But yeah, I honestly, big reason I hopped into Digimon Survive was just because of, you know, childhood nostalgia for me. I watched the first couple of seasons of the anime growing up, and, you know, given that the game looked like it was going to be more story heavy, and I was interested to see how, you know, where they would take it, I got curious and got the game and started playing and realized, wow, this story is, for me, I mean, at least in my opinion, it's a good story, and also, like, way deeper than I expected. And in some rare occasions, I have been playing like a new game plus of that game while doing my video edits. And I'll just say there's stuff that's only accessible in the new game plus as well. So it's a deeper game than I think a lot of early reviews kind of gave it credit for. But anyway, I'll stop, you know, giving my opinion on the game, because I'd rather other people watch it and or play it for themselves and gather their own opinions. Anyway, oh yeah, so other possible future plan for YouTube channel / content creation stuff is I've kind of had an idea in the back of my mind of maybe adding a Patreon, just because, like, you know, I would do the, like, YouTube channel membership stuff to get a similar effect, but I don't want to wait that long. Okay. Hold up. Something seems to be going on in the video I'm trying to edit. Not quite sure what it is. Huh. That's odd. I don't know if it was just... I don't know if it was just part of the recording that I was doing when I made that video initially, or if something's messing up in the editing program itself right now, but the audio seems to have gotten out of sync. I do remember having some slight issues with that live stream, so maybe... Well, I'm gonna have to go back into this and try and find the spot where it might have gotten out of sync. Unless it really is just the editing software that got out of sync, in which case... In which case I may just want to, you know, close and reopen my video editor. See, this is where my stream may get potentially a little boring for a bit. Trying to go back, you know, look at video that I'm editing. Nope, still audio out of sync back there. Jeez. Maybe I should have been paying more attention. This is why I normally don't live stream while editing videos and stuff. Okay, tell you what, let me go way back to where I know it was synced up. Okay, yeah, it's fine there. Okay, so it's not just the editing program, it was actually the video recording itself. And it really wasn't too much after I made that change. Yeah, I imagine it's probably even colder where you are than here in Texas where I am. But, I mean, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Yep, there it is. There, okay. I have found the spot in the video where there's issues like that. Jeez. And that was probably the lone advantage to recording videos separate from live streams before. Because I didn't always do these as part of live streams. In fact, for the majority of time on my YouTube channel, I just did the video recordings and didn't live stream at all. I guess I'm just gonna have to put like an editor's note in here about the fact that I was having stream issues and audio got out of sync. Although, like, I've had stream issues before that haven't necessarily affected the recordings. Whatever. Huh. Yeah, there's no snow here. It's maybe been cold enough in the mornings for that to happen, but it still rarely happens in Texas. Just, yeah. Because it's not usually cold enough for long enough. I do have a heater on in my apartment, but that's about all I've really needed. Okay, so let me go back to my video editor here. This is when I wish I could put more, do autoplay more so with this video game. There are certain segments of it where you can just have the AI do all the matching and stuff itself. Anyway, okay, do that there. I don't think I need to be showing every little bit of editing that I do. That might be, who knows, maybe that could be some eventual... I don't know about that. I was like, maybe that could be some eventual Patreon thing where, like, I live stream my video editing, but, no. I don't think I would really want to do that. Okay. Gotta bring in my text here. Go ahead and edit the text within that template. How should I word that? Okay. That seems fair enough. And because of all the white in the main part of the video, add a bigger shadow border thing to the text there. And there we go. Okay. And now I gotta go back to where I was, which was really near the end of the recording. Figure out where I'm done talking in that video. Yeah. Hey, you know what, Kirk? You fall asleep when you want to. Again, I appreciate you watching, but, you know, you go do what you gotta do. Alrighty. I'll just do a little cut in the video there. Get my little transition thing here again. Okay. I didn't hear too much else in the video that I'm editing that I would really want to change or anything there, so believe it or not, I'm already almost done with trying to edit this one video here. Alrighty. Got to the end of that. Chop off the little bit of extra at the end. And I don't always think out loud like this, but I figure I might as well since I'm, you know, streaming live. Helps to fill what would otherwise just be an empty void of silence. So, Video's 29 minutes, 12 seconds. Let's hop back to, I guess, 28:52. And prep that for the YouTube end card. Actually, you know what? Maybe for this I will go over to the editing program just to give another little peek at that. So I get to the end of my video, I've done my whole spiel with, you know, all the liking, subscribing, and commenting, and all that kind of stuff. I figure out about 20 seconds from the end of it, go back from that, and cut that, and then cut like another second or so before. I made this little shrink animation thing that I'll put onto the 1 second-ish section, and then I'll take the other 20 seconds, resize that down somewhere near the corner here, add my special little end card text, extend that out to where that fits the whole 20 seconds. And then once it all makes it up to YouTube, then it'll show, you know, two little or like a video and a playlist, or video and other video down here with the little subscribe icon in the middle. But anyway, okay. Back to the video game. That's really all there is in terms of explaining any video editing stuff that I do. Then it's just a matter of making sure I save that file one last time, and then going to the part of the editing program where I render it. Gotta find the right folder to save it into. And start. Okay. And back to gaming while that renders. Now, usually, if I were not streaming live, I would, you know, were I not streaming live, I would probably throw on a YouTube video just to have in the background while I'm playing my game. Because, again, game is simple, not really much going on with it. So, having other stuff on in the background is pretty easy for me. Plus, I'm also like 2 months behind on my personal YouTube subscription feed. So, if I ever want to have a ghost of a chance at watching a good chunk of those, I kind of got to do that to keep up. And I'm realizing now, looking at the window for the actual live stream itself, that it's a little bit behind where I am. Not quite sure how that happened. Especially considering I have the settings to where it's supposed to be like, you know, ultra low latency. But, whatever. Life goes on. So yeah, not really too much else going on. Actually, come to think of it, I guess from this point forward, Saturdays will be a pretty regular day for me doing live streams, because my work schedule is about to change a little bit again. My one day off is changing from Thursdays to Mondays. And so rather than having Thursday and Sunday, I'll have Sunday and Monday. And with the earlier work hours, it's going to be easier for me to just hop over to, you know, hop onto a live stream after, say, my Saturday work shift and do that for a little bit. I just realized with that video that I'm editing, if that had audio issues, after that point in the stream, it really makes me wonder if the other videos that I recorded during that stream are also going to be kind of out of sync between the audio and the video. I hope not, but maybe it's just because the recording was happening at the same time that those issues happened, that the recording also got out of whack. So that happened while I was streaming on Twitch. I have yet to really have any issues with recordings while streaming on YouTube. There's another thought / potential point towards just doing more streaming on YouTube in the future instead of on Twitch. Just a thought. Man, I really wish I knew a way to possibly get the stream caught back up whenever stuff like this happens, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not mess it up, you know? I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so OBS is not telling me that there have been any issues with like dropped frames or things like that, although Twitch is a little more detailed with that information because it'll also give info on just slow frames rather than just the ones that were completely dropped. So, who knows, maybe I've had a bunch of slow frames in this stream and that's what's gotten things behind. Anyway, as far as things go for this live stream, I figure at the absolute latest I will keep going right up until either I finish this certain event that I'm working on in Gems of War, and or whenever my video that I was editing is done rendering, and I may want to then upload that to YouTube. Because I'm not sure I can upload a video and live stream at the same time. I know they both involve using YouTube Studio. And this is where the delay is going to be problematic. Seeing stuff in chat probably then being way ahead in real time of what you're seeing that would have prompted that message in the chat. Other comms app. Not sure what you mean. I don't know if you're talking about like the editing software or the live streaming stuff or what, so maybe a little more info on what you mean there might be helpful, Kirk. Check the previous comment. You're saying you hope you don't fall asleep on any other comms app? It was that. Anyway, yeah, that's the last comment that I see from you, is the whole being on patrol and being tired. Hope you don't fall asleep on me. Well, you're... either your comments are coming through in real time and there's some confusion, or your comments are definitely not quite matching up. And then, I don't know. Anyway. See, this is the real problem with things lagging behind in a live stream. Because, again, you want to try and engage with the chat, but then, like, I don't know. It's a little odd. But yeah, if you left some sort of comment in between when you said, I was on patrol today, and when you said, or any other comms app, I missed whatever comment that might have been. Although maybe that's because I have this on top chat instead of live chat. Nope, I switched that over and that didn't make a difference. Yeah, anyway. Sorry, Kirk, for any confusion caused by the delay in the stream. Although, I don't know if I can, like, refresh my own stream viewing page. If I have a certain... Okay. Okay, now I see... Now I see your comment about asking if I have a certain communication app. Are you talking like communication for social media stuff, or are you talking for the live stream? If you're talking for the live stream, what I use for YouTube streaming is OBS. I've started... Okay, what are you trying to say about Discord? I don't... Anyway. But in terms of, like, social media stuff, if you're trying to keep up, I mean, I've got a dedicated Facebook page. I've got Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Discord, I don't currently use. I did, come to think of it, I did have a suggestion from one of my Twitch viewers a week or so ago about, you know, making a Discord channel server thing. And I confess that I really wasn't all that familiar with how to use Discord like that. But I would think about it and maybe look into it. But knowing me, that's probably going to take a while before it actually happens. Mostly because I'm so busy with other things and trying to keep up with the YouTube channel, having the full-time job, volunteering at church, and doing small groups and things like that. So, no, I do not currently use Discord as a means of, like, you know, sharing information on my YouTube channel or other activities like that. But I guess what you're saying is that if I had one, it would be helpful when I'm doing live streams, because then the chat could just be there on Discord, and I wouldn't have to worry about the chat lagging behind whatever's going on in the video stream. Which, if that's what you're trying to say, then yeah, fair point. Or did I just make that point? Maybe both? But yeah, so I don't know. I might hit up some of my fellow streamers that I follow and see what all they know about Discord and starting up a channel or server or whatever I would need, and basically see if I can get their help with getting that started, because I'm starting to see how that might be helpful now that I'm doing, you know, more live streaming and thus having more issues with it. Okay, sure. Let's see here. Yeah, because really my main thing is just a lack of knowledge of Discord. I mean, I have a login to it. I'm technically, I guess, on a couple of other people's Discord servers or whatever, and I get messages from them, but I'm not on the, posting end of it much, really. Yeah, I've heard that there's a lot that you can potentially do with Discord, so as I, do more live streaming, especially, and, expand, or maybe even just overall increase output, that could be a helpful tool in the future. Add that to the checklist of possible things that I would do, which I guess is now at 3 items. Discord, Patreon maybe, and more live streams. But anyway, I would appreciate all the help I can get with, learning more about various helpful apps for communication, whether it's specific to live streams or even just general, getting content out there to the masses. Yeah, I guess what you're talking about using Discord for is mostly what I do with Twitter at this point. But again, there's not really so much live chat ability there. See, in that comment about, followers being able to post their own stuff and interact with each other, that's what I at one point thought about having, like a Reddit, like a subreddit for. I even actually had a subreddit for my YouTube channel at one point, back before it went by its current name, and I completely revamped things. But it was like nobody was active on there. It was just me occasionally posting some things, sharing my videos, and so yeah. Seems like Discord, I mean, from what you're describing, could serve as like a combination of what I am doing with Twitter and what I would have hoped to do with a subreddit. With, once again, the added possibility of, possibly having live chat interactions. So I don't know exactly how far behind the live stream is from what I'm saying, but it seems like it's not that far behind. Then again, on the page I'm viewing it from, as the, as I'm viewing my own live stream from YouTube Studio, it seems like it's still a fair bit behind. You, on the other hand, seem to be able to interact much closer to real time than what I'm seeing, so maybe it's not actually that far behind? Or I guess, then again, sometimes live streams can, from the viewer's end of things, get behind little by little over time to where it eventually gets quite a bit out of sync. But then if you refresh the page, it'll get back much closer to live. Maybe that's what's going on here. Just past midnight, gonna head off. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. My immediate plan for regular live streams would be, I would be streaming on Saturdays on Twitch, and Mondays would be on YouTube, but maybe I can do some extra things here and there. We'll see. There are a whole bunch of possibilities, and I'm open to considering / doing a fair number of those if I think it'll be worthwhile. But anyway, you take care and get yourself some sleep there, Kirk. Okay. Video I was editing is about 63% rendered. And like I said, I'm probably going to end the live stream either when that's done rendering and I'm ready to upload it, or I finish this particular event in Gems of War here. For anyone who might still be viewing and or watch the archived version of this. Yeah. See, that right there, my throat seems to struggle a bit with, you know, continual extended talking, so that's maybe one of the reasons it might not be such a great idea for me to live stream a whole bunch. While it might be great from a content perspective, I don't want to just completely ruin my voice. So, I mean, little bits here and there, once or twice a week, sure. I don't think that's doing any significant damage to my throat long term, but still, it tends to feel sore after my stream sessions. Although, you know, once I get to the point where the video games that I'm playing don't involve me doing like freaking character voices and stuff so much, maybe that won't be quite as much of an issue. But anyway, see, I don't want to risk trying to like refresh my YouTube Studio page or whatever in case like it would mess up my live stream. Otherwise, I would try and refresh that and see how much closer it is, or how much closer it would get to what's actually live. But anyway. If you... Okay, come on. I also wonder what would have happened if I would have tagged this saying I was playing Digimon Survive. Because I've also got a fairly big fan of the game who tends to hop in my YouTube live streams when I'm playing Digimon Survive. Maybe would have actually had, you know, 2 people simultaneously in the chat. I don't know if I've really had that too much before. Because, again, well, I shouldn't say again, but live streaming is a relatively new thing for me in regards to just my overall content creation journey. Okay, this battle is getting a little bit annoying. They have ability to summon things. I have lost my primary damage dealing troop hero character thing. Ouch. But I do also have my own ability to keep summoning troops, so at least I have that for, you know, for my side of this situation. I would only really get into trouble if my third troop, the Egg Thief, wound up dying. Let's do a little bit of that. Okay. I'm gonna see what this transforms into. Interesting. Okay. I don't know if Obsidiaxis is actually gonna do all that much damage because its multiplier or damage booster, whatever you want to call it, is based on stuff that is not really going to appear in this battle. But, whatever. Okay, Goblin's dead. Another one of those things. I could just use this and summon another baby dragon like that. Let's get that charm going there. Oh my gosh. See what this transforms into. Okay. Explodes 3 red gems, which is helpful, but otherwise it's just deal damage to a troop. But then again, if the enemy doesn't summon another, then I'm good. Okay. Skip that stuff. I'm at 20 of 26. Ooh. Rendering is at 82%. So maybe... I don't know. It leaves me wondering which one will actually end up happening first. Whether I'll finish this or the edited video will finish rendering. Now that makes me want to kind of try and like speed run through the rest of this just to keep it close. Good golly, that friggin' the edit in there and its skull summoning is getting annoying. Quite problematic for what I'm trying to do. Okay, tell you what, let's get some of that charming going on there. That at least helps my hero. 2 different colors of mana, sure, why not? Extra turn, heck yes. Alright, we're getting a little somewhere now. Really, one of the issues of this team is that it requires you to build up some gold to really get things going. And with the troop that I had in first place at the beginning of the battle dying pretty quickly, gold retrieval takes significantly longer. Alright, gonna do this, I guess. And then a little bit of that. Ouch. But not to my hero because it had barrier, because I matched some brown gems, yay. Okay. And at this point, my team has a pretty full head of steam. It's just a matter of going back and forth between my hero and the egg thief, pretty much. And can they kill the enemies quicker than the enemies can summon more enemies? And that is a resounding yes in this case, because that other enemy does not summon anything. Also, I think the question of can my computer handle both editing / rendering a video and doing a live stream at the same time, it seems like the answer is a pretty resounding yes to that, because OBS is still saying 0 dropped frames. And what I thought might have been some stream issues is probably just the fact that, you know, my viewing window of it in particular just got behind because of, for lack of a better way to put it, the nature of watching a live stream. Okay, get a little more green and red in there. Do that to get some more gold and deal some damage. Okay, first enemy troop dead. Nice. I like the baby dragon coming in there. What's it gonna transform into? That one again. And it's dead pretty quickly. So I'm gonna summon another dragon egg thing. Do that, so then the next time I use the skeleton key here, it'll kill one of them and give me an extra turn. Yeah, I think at this rate the edited video is gonna finish rendering before I get through this event. Although I could try and just see what happens if I go into other parts of YouTube Studio and, you know, try to upload a video, or at least see if I could upload a video while doing a live stream. I don't know if it's possible to do both at the same time, but hey, you know, this is kind of an experimental stream as it is. It might be worth giving it a shot. But it is not done quite yet. Oh, and it seems like I may have actually gotten past some of the tougher, longer battles in this event already. Boom. Okay, can't really match. I was hoping to match some red or some green to get the egg thief. There we go. And just like that, we are full steam ahead. And there goes Greed, but I don't care because really the only reason I have him on this team is just to get the gold built up quickly. Okay, I guess I'll do that. That'll also help with using the skeleton key on the next turn. Really? How in the world did they manage to get to my hero like that? It's just kind of how this game goes sometimes, I guess. I'm gonna wait before I use this thing. Because I want to keep that one there as a bit of a buffer between, well, basically, so it's not so easy for the enemies to get to my egg thief. Although, now that that's happened, maybe I'll just go for it anyway. Baby dragon. Ooh, hello. I don't even have that one in my collection. But just like that, it's dead. Oh, man. That's why whenever my hero's dead, I kind of end up relying quite a bit more on the combination of the Egg Thief and Cedric down at the bottom here. You know, having Cedric use his thing, which charms the enemies and has them essentially attack themselves and deal a fair bit of damage that way. And then the Egg Thief just explodes all the gems and recharges Cedric pretty quickly. But now that it's down to one troop, using Cedric is kind of pointless, unless I need another troop summon, which I doubt I will because Egg Thief. Okay, alright, so my video that I was editing is done rendering. Now the question is, well, first question would be, can I... Oh shoot, I just realized I closed out that program. Probably wasn't great for OBS stuff, but whatever. I can open it back up and get that back in there later if I need. But so the next question is going to be, I suppose, can I maybe open up another tab with YouTube Studio and be able to upload the video that I've just made? And it would seem the answer is yes, potentially. But I also have one or two other things that I want to do related to that video that would distract quite a bit from the stream. So, because I don't have that much further to go, well, you know what? Let me just get to work on uploading that anyway, because, well, first off, then I can really test this out, and the other things that I want to do are just related to filling in information for the video that is then being posted, and I don't need to do that right away. I think I'd rather just finish up what I've got going on here with Gems of War, and then once I finish up that event, I can like wrap up the stream and then do the other things that I'm thinking about doing to prepare this video for eventual publishing. Yeah. It's only like a 30-minute video. Uploading 1 hour and 12 minutes left. That's not the worst I've ever had it, though. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm gonna just keep tabs on the live stream, health, and activity. Maybe it was just because of the title that I gave the live stream or something like that, but seems like I've had a fair amount of I've had a fair bit more activity on this one than my typical live streams thus far. Or it could be because I'm streaming on a Saturday. That might be it as well. Which is then all the more encouragement and reason for me to do live streams on future Saturdays. But that was already part of the plan. Although maybe not here specifically, so yeah, that was really annoying, noting that the video I recorded and just edited, like, something weird happened with the stream, and that wound up causing the audio in the recording to get out of sync. Because I've had some significant stream issues happen in OBS, and it not do that. Like, it will keep the recording going pretty decently, even if the live stream is having issues. I guess maybe it's just something about the way Twitch Studio is designed, which I suppose that makes a little more sense, because Twitch Studio is designed more so with live streaming in mind than just straight up video recording. So, you know, having stream health be the primary determining factor of things in Twitch Studio, you know, that seems like that would be a way that they would do things. And if that's the case, then I might have to go back to just streaming on both pages in OBS. Because I was doing that for a bit, but I got annoyed with having to, you know, re-log into my Twitch account every single time. But if that's the trade-off I'm gonna get, that having stream issues in Twitch Studio would then also cause video recording issues, then I don't like that trade-off. I would rather do the logging in every time. Yep, there we go. Dropping frames for the live stream. You know, been streaming for an hour and 44 minutes almost now, and only have 195 dropped frames. That is not terrible. And I can never tell when that has more to do with my computer's performance versus just my own internet connection. I mean, sometimes it's obvious, because I'll see after a few seconds that the internet connection has just dropped out entirely. But when that's not the case, then it's a bit less obvious which one's the bigger issue. Alrighty. I also have myself curious now. Well, maybe once I wrap this up, I'll feed my curiosity and see what happens when I refresh the page that I'm watching and managing my live stream from, to see if then maybe it catches up a bit. Okay. This should be the last battle in the event here in Gems of War. At which point the live stream will probably be coming to an end fairly shortly thereafter. Okay. There we go. Get my little cycle of... maybe not cycle. I don't know if that's quite the best word, but... get my combo of Skeleton Key and Egg Thief going here. Oh no, I lost a troop. Whatever will I do? It's not like the Egg Thief also summons another troop. Except it is. So anyway, I gotta say, in general, I have rather enjoyed doing this live stream, and it's definitely got me thinking I might do more streams like this in the future. Who knows? Now that I know my computer can pretty well handle both live streaming and video editing at the same time. Okay, now I'm dropping more frames. None of this happened before I tried to upload at the same time. So maybe that's a bit too much. Maybe trying to stream and upload simultaneously is a bit more than my internet connection and, you know, all that can handle. Alright. Last thing, gonna upgrade this pet that I got from doing that event. That's maxed out. So that was for... Flame Troll is probably Broken Spire. Man, I really need to get... I need to finish leveling up Plague Lord, because I'm working on that to boost this kingdom, and then after that, I need to work on the Warlord class to boost this kingdom. And then both of them will be pretty high up there in terms of power level. I mean, shoot, the next one for this, Greater Tribute Reward, the next one is Greater Tribute Chance, and yeah. Then we start getting big stuff. But anyway. Okay, well, oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to try one last thing. Well, first off, let me go back to this screen because I don't think I'm going to be doing any more gaming. But also, daggum, OBS is dropping even more frames now. And I really think it has to do with the fact that I'm trying to upload a video to YouTube at the same time as I'm streaming on it. Because then it's essentially trying to upload two things simultaneously. So anyway, one last little experiment before I go. I'm going to try and refresh the page that I'm viewing the live stream on, and see if it actually, well, A, see if it messes anything up, B, see if, okay. So it is live, and it seems like it's a lot closer. Oh yeah. Alright. So that did not completely mess up the stream, and now I think all of my experimenting for this stream is done. Which leaves me with far more possibilities and things that I might want to do in the future for my live streams now that I have that knowledge. So, yay! I love it when I can multitask, celebrate a landmark for my channel, and do a little bit of testing things out at the same time. Anyway, alright. For all of you who have watched thus far, I hope you all enjoyed it. again, might do more live streams like this in the future, but definitely it seems I will have to not be uploading videos at the same time as the live streams like this, which means those streams will probably end up being kind of on the short side of things, because the cycle of being able to a big reason I don't currently live stream while I'm doing my usual, edit, upload, and game at the same time kind of cycle is because, if I'm being real efficient, I can basically, edit. I can edit a video and then, once that's done rendering, go ahead and upload it, put some finishing touches on the information for that, and then while that's still uploading, hop into my editing program and edit another video. And then while that's rendering, I go back to the video I was uploading, and it's probably done uploading, and then I can put in the end card and stuff like that and wrap that up. So it's a more efficient cycle of editing and uploading that way. But anyway, okay, that's all I've got to say. Thank you all for the support so far, for getting the channel to 100 subscribers, and here figurative toast to the next 100 subscribers. So anyway, well, I hope I'll see y'all around for a future live stream or video or whatever. But yeah, whatever the case is, till next time, stay cool, people.